Good afternoon. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to request count data here at Quality Counts. I'll talk to you about two different ways to request this data, and that's through email or through our MyQC portal, which you can see displayed on the screen. I'll start talking about emails. When requesting counts via email, you're simply just sending an email to your local QC manager in the area that you're looking to have the work done. If you don't have their email readily available, you can reach out to anybody at QC, or you could check our website, go to offices, click into the office, and you'll see the contact information for whichever office lead that you're looking for. Once when you send that email, there's a couple vital things we want you to include about the project. Make sure to include your project number if that's needed for invoice purposes, a project map that could come in a form of a KMZ, KML, or a cropped out picture of the map. And then what day would you like the study to take place? Is this midweek, weekend, or a specific day of the week? The final two things is let us know what type of counts you're requesting. Is it two TMCs or one of our surveys? And then what times you would like the study to take place. So with tubes, this is typically over a 24-hour period. With TMCs, this is typically 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening for the peaks, but we can accommodate up to 24 hours based on your request. Once this been received by the local manager, they'll email you back letting you know that they received it. If there's no question, this email will come with an estimate and a request for notice to proceed. Once we have notice to proceed, we'll provide you with the schedule of when the work will take place, what the due date will be, and then we'll keep you up to speed on the project as it goes through the project life cycle. So email is pretty straightforward. Next, I'll move to how to submit a data request via our website, the MyQC portal. So the first thing you'll need with the MyQC portal is a login. If you don't have a login, just reach out to your local manager and they'll be able to set you up and provide a login for you. This login will be valuable for not only entering projects, but being able to go in and access your data at any time, access videos at any time, and see some of the specialty reports that we have that we don't send over with our typical deliveries. So I'll jump right into this. If you wanted to request an order online, you come to our homepage. We're going to scroll below our services and hit request an estimate. From here, now that you're a user, you'll see your name available here in the user guide. I'm just ultimately choosing the first one that pops up for this presentation purposes. We're going to choose which office, which I'm just going to say this is the Florida office, but you can see we have all offices listed. QC contact, this will automatically populate based on the office, but you should be able to choose the top person, and that'll get you the senior operations manager for that office. From here, you can name this the project name that you want us to call it. This will be displayed on the presentations of the data later on. So this, if you want a specific name on there, you want to make sure to specify that here. Choose your ideal delivery date. We just choose it on the calendar. And then if there's any project number that you have for invoice purposes that you want us to include on the invoice, you'll enter it here. And along with comments, that can be anything from giving me a call before you create this estimate to um, anything specific about the project. Also, an opportunity to attach files as needed. Um, so you could attach any files that you feel is important to this project as well. So once we hit continue, we'll be able to start setting up our study groups. With the study groups, you can see we have turning movement counts, which you can select to do in the standard peak hours that I mentioned, or you could do a specific time. Then we have the tube counts, which will be volume class, or a combination of the three. And then different survey types. And you'll see this is a very exhaustive list um, of all the different surveys that we provide. So you could choose which one you need from there. For the purpose of this presentation, I'll set up one turning movement count and one tube count and call that our project. When you're entering groups, you want to enter them one at a time. So we'll start with the turning movement counts. I'm going to do a specific time just to show how this works, but I'm going to say we're going to do a count from 6 in the morning until 6 at night, which is a request we get often. I'm going to say we're going to do midweek. If it was a specific day, you just select that specific day. If we had an option to do it on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, then you'll select the midweek option. From there, we have our TMC set up. We're going to hit add time. It'll show you that this time is added here from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then we're going to hit create group. So now that we had a group created, it's going to tell you that you need to select one location to submit this request. When selecting a location, we know this is for a turning movement count, so we'll just scroll down to an intersection in Orlando, just for this project's sake. And you're going to right click at the location that you want the pin to drop. You'll see this automatically populates the locations, and we'll do multiple just to give you an idea. We'll do one here. We'll do one here. And we'll do one here. So now that we have all the locations selected, they'll show on the map. We'll just choose and make sure that the North Street is portrayed correctly. And this is just make sure that it's portrayed correctly on the paperwork as we make your final delivery. So we know Boggy Creek is the north and south road. This is a convenient arrow that just switches the locations without you having to type everything in. So we're going to switch those as needed. And we'll update this location to maybe call it driveway parking. So now that we have that group completed and have all the locations selected, we're going to add in our tube locations. We're going to do that by simply clicking turning movement counts. Sorry about that. Tube counts. And then we're going to add a group. Now that we're in a group, we're going to select tube counts, and we're going to say this is a volume class for 72 hours. You'll see that this option is days or hours. So you could say 3 days or 72 hours. And again, we're going to say this is midweek. We're going to add the time period, and we can see we have a midweek 3-day count. Hit create the group, and same message for us to add in a location. So for this one, we'll just do a count in the middle of these two turning movement counts. And we'll do one on this end as well. Simply, again, right click, it drops down the pin, and then you'll name them as you'd like to see them in your report here. So now that we have our project completed, we'll hit submit request. And while it's generating, I'll talk about what happens on our end when you hit submit request. This basically creates an email that goes out to the manager that you selected. That manager will be able to come in, see this project, and ultimately create an estimate for it, put in all the prices, hours based off of our rate sheet. This is where they'll be able to develop your estimate and send back over to you. Once this process is set up and completed, we'll move back to the process that I talked about in the email section. The manager will reach out with the estimate and then follow the project life cycle after that. If you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out to your local manager, or you can reach out to me. My name is Rod Jones at rjones@qualitycounts.net. Thank you.